Hi, my name is Lucy Alexander. I am an engineering associate at the AIChE Institute for Sustainability. With me here today is Joe Powell, the Chief Scientist, Chemical Engineering at Shell. Joe presented this morning at the World Cafe on the Energy, Water, Food Nexus. Joe, you stressed in your presentation that investments made today will define the energy reality of 2050. What are the considerations that are needed to ensure the energy security and sustainability in the future?
Well, that's correct, Lucy. You know, when we're investing in projects, we're looking at a 10 to 40 year life, and preferably 40. And so the choices that we're making today are really impacting what that energy mix is going to be in 2050. And so we have to get the sustainability factors correct today in terms of anticipating what those needs will be, and how we need to address stakeholder needs into the future. So to do that, we actually do cost carbon into our project decision making today, even though that is not a requirement globally. We see it coming, and we all are costing carbon into the project decision making. And most recently also water, because we see water as an emerging issue, a local issue if you will. And we have to have metrics to assess what are the water footprints of our projects, what are the carbon footprints. And by doing that, we select between energy options and select the lower footprint versions to invest in.
Joe, how have these considerations evolved over the years? And what new considerations do you see emerging in the near future?
So we've been pretty consistent about carbon. You know, I would say that this has been on the agenda for some time now. Again, water is more emerging in terms of the urgency as seen in some locales in terms of addressing future water needs. And so I would say there's more emphasis on water in recent history. But there's also a lot of other features on sustainability, from emission control, urban smog issues, lower sulfur fuels, biodiversity in terms of land use and habitats. So all of these are on the radar screen, emerging with higher standards as we go along in time. The bar gets higher for environmental performance as we move forward, because again, that's what our stakeholders really want to see.
Thank you. And finally, is there a particular breakthrough event that comes to mind as having made a particularly significant impact on the energy mix in the States?
And most definitely, frac gas. It's the most amazing technical innovation in the energy space in my lifetime. None of us really expected it, to see the low-cost gas and the environmental benefits. So it's decarbonized the power industry in the U.S. We're actually meeting our Kyoto agreements that we had never signed for carbon footprint reduction by using gas for electrical power generation, and we're doing so at a lower cost. And so it's really a win-win for the North American consumer and the environment to have that kind of a technological discovery. That's really what people were looking for industry to do, and saying, let's have environmental solutions, but we don't want to have to pay for it. We want it at a lower cost. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Well, Joe, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with the AIChE and ChEnected community.
Well, thank you, Lucy. It's always a pleasure to be with AIChE and attending these events.